All right, Shalom. Now I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect pushing this word and sincerity and truth from the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm just back with another quick lesson. Worst decision ever. It says worth 8 trillion. Trump blasts endless U.S. wars in the Middle East, brags about bringing military home. All right, so Donald Trump, as the title says, bragging about bringing the troops back, from the Middle East, which is not going to happen, all right, because, the war of Armageddon is going to start in the Middle East, and the Edomites don't know a way of peace anyway, you know what I mean? It's not like they're going to bring, all foreign, not bring, but like, let's say, evacuate all the U.S. bases that's on the eastern part of the world and bring all the troops home, and it's not on the course for them, man. All right. One, because all they know is war. All right. Two, because because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua prophecy, all right, says that they're not going to ever be a peaceful nation. All right. They're not going to evacuate those bases and bring everybody home because America makes money off of war. America survives off of war. All right, that's the only tactic that they have amongst the nations to be successful is war. All right, that's it. America ain't no exporting country that's, they're not like China, or nothing like that. They're not sitting on as much oil as those in the Middle East. All right, the Ishmaelites. That's why they're never going to leave the Middle East. All right, because control over the world's oil is, like a quote unquote great power to have. All right. But it says in a new anti-war rant, and it's funny because Trump puts sanctions on people every other damn day. All right, but now this dude is crazy, man. Now he's talking about anti-war, man. All right, but in a new anti-war rant, President Donald Trump called the decades-long U.S. military involvement in the Middle East the worst decision ever made, claiming the country has spent $8 trillion on the wars under false premises. All right, the U.S. president took to Twitter on Wednesday, issuing yet another statement to defend his decision to withdraw troops from Syria's northeast. The move has caused an uproar in Washington, with Trump's critics accusing him of betraying Syria's Kurdish-led militias, who are now facing Turkish troops. The U.S. decision to fight endless wars in the Middle East was, quote-unquote, the worst ever made in the history of the country, Trump stated, ripping into the pretext of the American invasion of Iraq to topple Saddam Hussein back in 2003. It says, we went to war under a false and now disproven premise, weapons of mass destruction. There were none, Trump wrote. All right. So now this dude is on this anti-war crap. All right. But that he slapped sanctions on everybody. It slips my mind. This was a couple of days ago where he said, I can't remember exactly what it was, but he just threatened straight up, all right, I'm going to destroy your economy. Like he was in front of the United Nations talking about how, flexing his muscle and talking about how America has the toughest military, the strongest military, but now he's talking about no wars or anti-war, man. This is crazy. Like the scripture said that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. This dude is a lunatic, man. This dude is crazy, man. I guarantee you within a couple of days he's going to threaten somebody else right after this anti-war quote, man. All right, so he probably bought a couple troops back, but America's never going to take their forces out of the Middle East. One, because it's the prophecy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and two, they too money hungry, man. They try to dominate everybody, all right? But this is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is what's coming out of this man's mouth. Peace. And we went into the Middle East under false premises, which everybody knew that shit back in 2003. You know, myself, I was 12, 13 back then, and I knew that. Everybody knows that, you know. But it says, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. All right, and that sudden destruction is gonna come by the way of thermonuclear missiles, man. As the scripture, you know, as prophesied in the scripture. All right. Because they can't help themselves, man. They gonna do something to piss everybody off, which they're doing now. All right, everybody's sick of the philosophy of America and sick of the underhanded tricks of America. All right, and that sudden destruction is gonna come upon them, man. It says, as travail upon a woman with child. All right, like when a woman water break, it's instant. And it ain't like she get a feeling in her chest or nothing like that. It just break, you know, and then there goes the, you know, excuse me, comes the contractions and everything before she has the baby. It's sudden, all right? And they shall not escape, all right? Because America's not going to win this war. You know what I'm saying? When you look at World War I, World War II, all right? America eventually came out on top, but this is the war of all wars, the war to end all wars. America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, as prophesied in the scriptures, all right? So I just wanted to make that quick video. This dude, Trump, is a clown, man. All right. One day he's slapping sanctions on you, calling you a shithole country, you know, saying he's gonna destroy your economy, and now he's talking about war. This war was the worst decision ever. You know what I mean? This dude is crazy, man. All right. So I hope that quick video was edifying. All right. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.